Welcome back, folks, to another episode of the Bellied Up Podcast.
We are bellied up with you at this bar, Dr. Jekyll's here in Appleton, Wisconsin.
DJ, as I call him.
DJ. What's up, Miles?
Charlie, I got a little something to get off my chest today.
Yeah? What is it?
So in our hotel, there was
shaving?
No, God, no.
Oh, you let the taco meat fly, baby.
Yeah. I told you I did this. I did it once in high school. I shaved my chest and I said, I cannot do this for the next 70 years.
No.
So I just let it buck ever since.
Good for you. You got hair on your back, too? Let me see. Oh, you got some stragglers.
It's slowly working its way down.
Yeah, you'll get there one day.
No, so at our hotel, they have a Starbucks there.
Okay.
And I've been hearing a lot of hoopla in the media about coffee drinks that are shaken espressos.
What does that mean?
They literally shake your drink. Kind of like
a martini?
Yeah, martini, margarita, stuff like that.
Okay.
And so I had to try it out.
Really?
Right?
You tried that?
Hey.
Starbucks shakes drinks?
Yeah, I mean, I'm an experiment guy. I wanted to see. I can't knock it unless I try it.
Okay.
So I bought one of those.
You have to buy them?
The fuck are you talking about?
What I'm thinking is
you just go to Starbucks and you just get free drinks.
Well, the way I thought is like you pulled it off the rack. So that's the way my brain went. Of like, you know how you can buy those like shitty Starbucks drinks when you go to
you get those for free? Are you just stealing drinks from gas stations?
I said the wrong thing. Whatever. All right. So you buy a shaken espresso at Starbucks or whatever. I hate Starbucks. What about it?
Okay. So I wanted to try it out, right?
Yeah.
And I order it, and my shaken espresso, the lady puts it in the thing to shake it, and just goes, and then pours it into the thing.
Did you have to pay extra for that?
I got, oh yeah, you're paying extra for a shaken espresso. It shows up, it's not mixed together in there. I then had to do the little swirl thing.
You had to shake your own shaken espresso?
Correct.
Oh, for God's sake.
So what am I paying for?
Dude, I don't know what you're paying
Basically, I was paying for it's like $2 extra for a shaken espresso. I had to pay $1 per shake.
That's insane, dude.
$1, $2.
She just gave 2 shakes.
So then I piqued my interest, so I Googled it. I was like, well, what's the difference between a regular coffee drink and a shaken one?
Uh-huh.
And it turns out that if you do it right, it becomes a little bit smoother, and there's a froth on the top.
So like a cappuccino.
So then I've asked GPT further, is this all just a marketing ploy?
Mm-hmm.
And basically like, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's just a marketing gimmick. So we're paying $2 extra for them to go with your drink.
Wow.
Crazy.
Hey.
Couldn't believe it.
I can't believe that they can't give you just a little bit more.
That's what happens when you go outside your comfort zone. Nothing good.
No. That's why you stick with drinking your coffee black.
They say nightmare is just on the other side of your comfort zone. Don't do it. Don't go there.
I like your style, Miles. I agree with you. I'm mad for you.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
You should have gotten your money back.
There was like a sign there that said that was the girl's last day working there. So
did it really?
For it, so she might have had a little case of the fuckets.
Yeah.
Senioritis.
Senioritis on the old.
I was expecting no froth on top. It's so much bite. It wasn't smooth at all.
Was it in like a thing that you get the mixer at the bar? Was it in one of those?
I don't remember. I was so taken aback by the whole lack of shaking.
I'm so sorry.
I literally just got like it wasn't even shaking. It was just like moved around a little bit. I got a moved around espresso. Because it wasn't even like stirred completely either.
That's wild. Because it's just like an espresso shot, right? It's just a shot.
But why can't you just stir it? It's like it's not going to be that. It's not like this is a $50 cocktail that's got smoke and all that.
Yeah, folks, let this be a lesson to you. Do not get the shaken espresso. The only way to drink coffee is black. And be careful. If anyone encourages you to venture out of your comfort zone, just know that you'll be disappointed. Okay?
That's right. That's right. I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't believe you paid extra for that. What's happened to you? You've become like a all big town now, big fancy guy.
See, I know
wearing white
shirts.
shirts.
I didn't even want to bring it up.
You're wearing white shirts,
Literally,
white shirts and shaking espressos. What happened to your roots, Miles?
I literally did it as an experiment to try it out, and I just got burnt.
I don't know what's wrong with you. Was it hot?
No, it was cold. It was a shaken iced espresso.
Oh my gosh. You're getting ice espresso too now?
I wanted to try it out.
Count on you to get burnt by iced espresso. Leave it to you, Miles.
Should have just got a Monster.
Oh, yeah.
At the hotel, like little candy area. That's what I get. It's what I get.
I put a Monster into the Yucca app. Whew. That stuff's cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're all going to get it someday. So
I wonder what the beer is in the Yucca app. Should I try to scan
Also, fuck you.
No, fuck you for showing me the Yucca app, dude.
No, fuck you. You act like me trying a shaken espresso one time is like a sin to humanity.
You said this knowing that's where I was going to go with it, A.
Dude,
B, you were disappointed with it. Yeah, I can do some bougie things every
dumb
once in a while.
shit that you try once. Oh man, I hold my tongue.
Who says it's dumb? How do you know the things I've tried once, Miles? I don't tell you about those. Well, this got awkward here at the intro, didn't it? Now you're curious, aren't you? I'm not going to tell you. I only tell you the things I've tried twice.
I just thought I'd inform any listeners that were thinking about a shaken espresso. Beware.
Beware. It's a crackpot. It's just a single shot.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I walked up to the counter. I looked, saw they had a shaken espresso. I heard a lot of hoopla about them lately. Tried one. Disaster.
It's crazy. You've heard hoopla. You're telling me the first time. This is the first time hearing about shaken espresso.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's very popular right now, is it not?
I don't know. Brent, have you heard of shaken espresso? Have you heard of shaken espresso?
Today I did.
Oh, really?
If our bartender hasn't heard about shaken espresso, I don't know.
You guys aren't plugged into pop culture like I am.
Clearly not.
Anyways.
Folks, that's why you don't go buy coffee, okay? Go to the bar, buy the real stuff.
What? All right, Charlie, should we take some callers?
I guess so, Miles. Let's do it.
That's the last time that I tell you I tried something new.
What do you mean? It's a safe space, Miles.
No, it's not.
The Bellied Up podcast is a sacred place. You can tell me anything.
No,
here.
I can't.
Yeah, you can.
No, I
can't.
can't.
You can't take a little ridicule? What's wrong with you?
No, I just...
You used to be a man. Now you're up here just a little boy drinking your shaking ass.
See what I mean?
Why don't you shake that ass? Shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. What a stupid thing, Miles. Next time you just get yourself a black coffee like a man. All right? Disgusting. What's next? Lattes? Cappuccinos, huh? Golly.
Macchiatos.
Do you ever get pumps when you go to espresso? You ever or go to what's it called? Starbucks? You ever get pumps?
If you get a latte, they put pumps in it, I believe.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
So you get lattes, huh?
I have gotten a latte in my life, yes. I had to see what all the hoopla was about.
I'll tell you one thing. I don't know how Starbucks is still around. The only reason Starbucks is still around is because they put them off the highways. If that wasn't the case, nobody's like, oh, great, we're going to Starbucks.
I think Charlie just discovered how business works. You put your location where there's a lot of people, and you get business. That's so weird.
No, but when was
that's so strange?
Who was the last?
They should be putting them in fucking Barnesville, Minnesota.
Yeah, it's a nice town.
Yeah.
Who was the
fucking
last?
Castleton, North Dakota is where they should be putting
another
them,
nice
according
town.
to Charlie.
Yeah, there's a nice spot there.
All right. Should we take some callers?
Well, you got me hot and bothered now, Miles, about this whole... Anyways, yeah, we should take some callers.
Hi, this must be Miles.
It is. I got Charlie here with me, too. Is this John?
Yes, sir, it is.
All right, guys. Well, we got John on the line, and John is always loading trucks and hauling corn, and he's wondering if he's an asshole. Is that true, John?
Oh, of course. Of course.
So what?
Especially when I don't have my morning coffee.
Okay, yeah. You don't want to run into Charlie Berens if he hasn't had his morning coffee either. And if he does have his morning coffee, he's probably going to spill it all over your pants and sweatshirt.
I spilled coffee on Miles today, so I'm kind of wondering, am I the asshole?
Oh, right. No, I always, when someone says good morning to me, I always say, yeah, it sure is. Is that an asshole? Is that an asshole thing to say to anyone?
I don't know. It's good. You made Charlie chuckle.
Try it on for size. Ask me, say good morning to me, Miles.
Good morning.
I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, I didn't get asshole vibes.
No. Try it again.
Good morning.
I don't know. Is it? It's in how you say it. It's
true. What else? What other stuff are you doing that's making you seem like an asshole?
Also, what are you doing right now? You're breathing pretty deeply.
He's loading trucks and hauling corn, dude.
No,
It sounds like he's dropping a deuce.
I actually took a sick day today, so I'm sitting in my garage.
Well, when you called and left a voicemail with us, you said that you're always loading trucks and hauling corn.
Do you know the definition of always?
Of what?
Always.
Always or all is?
You are an asshole. Man. Yeah,
Got me there.
Your laugh kind of sounds like the moose soup lady.
Yeah, no, we're sick, so we took a sick day today.
Well, why are you under the weather? You got a cold? You got the flu? What's going on?
I think it's the flu. So
is this
wife's at home working, so I'm just sitting in the garage putzing around on stuff.
So we're getting a John flu game performance, quite literally, right now.
Pretty much. I never give up. It's been sun up to sundown, some overnights moving grain, so I got contracts to fill.
Yeah, just loading trucks and hauling corn
and soybeans. And then I was gonna add. No.
You go ahead. You go ahead.
And now the other thing is, I also did leave a voicemail. My wife says that I'm old.
Huh?
Now, I may be 29 with a hip replacement, but. No, she says my music's too old. So I like to listen to between 50s and 90s country music. Now, am I just an old soul living in a younger generation, or am I just not hip enough for this new generation?
Well, it sounds like you definitely weren't hip enough because you had to replace it.
Yeah, it's good call.
I see what you did there. That was good. I'll give you that one.
I think that's the best era of country music right there. In the 90s, it starts getting a little too, I drive my truck, get her in the front seat, dip can something or another. Let me ask you this, though. What are you doing in your garage right now? I got to know because it sounds like you're struggling.
You are breathing so heavy.
I'm walking around, keeping up with my blue healer, and see what else am I doing. I'm trying to work on a chainsaw.
What's wrong with the chainsaw?
What's wrong with the chainsaw? We're doing a couple of modifications to it so that we can bring up the RPM on it so that it'll be more productive. They choke them up from the factory, so
you're de-choking.
Oh. All right, fine. I'll sit. Will that be better if I sit?
I love how you are an asshole. He calls us and gets pissed. He calls us and just sounds like this the whole time. And then gets mad at us if we ask him if he's okay.
I like how he's got the flu too, and he decides to spend the day in his freezing garage. Yeah. I can hear you sniffling over there.
He's like, I took a sick day from work so I could work in the garage.
I actually, when we redid our garage, I put infloor in.
Oh,
So it is a cozy 73 degrees in my garage.
holy smokes! That's a sauna for a garage.
That's why his nose is running.
Yeah,
It's
he's
too hot.
getting all those toxins out. Good for you.
You said your wife thinks you're too old. How old is she?
She's 29.
So you're
a
both
couple
29.
months younger than me.
Both 29.
Yes, sir.
She just thinks your music's old. I don't think your music's old. Is that your wife's biggest complaint about you?
And then I work too much.
Yeah. Well,
Isn't that every wife's?
Isn't that funny though? The day he takes off, she makes him go to the garage.
did she
You work too much. All right, I'll come home. Now go to the garage. Get out of my sight.
kick you out?
No, I went out here. She's in a meeting.
She's in a meeting, huh?
Oh, of course.
Anything else?
Over here just sitting in the garage.
Yeah. Anything else you'd like to get off your chest or hip?
See, what? There was one other thing, too. Gosh dang it. Yeah, I know. Being sick doesn't help either.
Yeah, foggy brain.
Of course.
I mean, I will have to say that Michael Jordan did drop like 60 points when he had the flu. So just throw that out there.
What's that? There was one more. But there we go. I think y'all, since you guys do a little movie or little video skits,
Yeah.
I think you guys should do a little skit where you guys do little jobs around the Midwest.
Oh,
Like it's kind of a knockoff of Dirty Jobs, but it'd be
we just call them little jobs.
I don't know what little jobs.
We'll just call messy jobs.
Messy
Something,
jobs. Yeah.
The Midwest messy jobs.
Yeah, it's completely different.
I don't know what it is, but I can really see Charlie pull a calf.
Yeah.
We're in the heart of calving season.
Yeah.
Oh,
Charlie, you could pull a calf. I'll just do a ride along with John.
There was I was doing a thing over at the technical college, and they had a little calf in the deal, and you'd put the sleeves on and you pull it out.
Like a simulator?
A calf simulator. I was in it. I was elbow deep in it.
Did they do all the smells and whatnot as well?
No, it was smell free.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's right over here. It was fun. Yeah, what do you are you on a farm yourself, or no, you're just driving?
No, I actually help out the in-laws, so they're literally right out my back door. You can walk across the field, which is about 3/4 of a mile, and poof, you're there.
Poof, just like that.
Otherwise, if you take the road, it's about a mile and a half.
I'm be honest, in your condition, I wouldn't walk that 3/4 mile. I don't know if you're gonna make it today.
No, I'm not. Especially when it's 5 below. Heck no.
Oh, heck no. What happened to your hip?
Not listening to the doctors saying to take care of myself, and lots of let's see. When I was growing up, I played hockey, football. Oh yeah, partying too hard.
Partying too hard? Jumping off roofs?
Yeah.
I'm so confused by you.
What is
Are you an old man or are you a degenerate? I can't tell. I can't.
Maybe a mixture of both,
Yeah.
Miles. Maybe a mixture of both.
Are your partying days behind you?
Oh yeah, yep. Ever since surgery, I'm a year sober now.
Oh wow! Congratulations.
No more drinking.
You're sober. Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations, or I'm sorry, whatever way you want to take it.
Actually, I do feel better. I did drop 120 pounds.
Holy shit. 120 pounds. Good for you.
I'm starting to look like Miles, and now I gotta custom order my pant sizes now.
Custom order them.
I got to buy them offline. Fleet Farm no longer carries my sizes.
What's your size?
28.
Holy, you really lost
the lowest Fleet Farm goes, at least in my neck of the woods, is 32.
What a kick to the nuts. He's got to buy custom pants because he's 120 pounds heavier. Then he loses too much weight, and he's still got to buy custom pants.
Yeah,
I mean, you should have stopped a couple sizes ago, so you could at least get some affordable pants.
Right. No, I was a size 40, and now I'm a size 28.
Holy frick! How tall are you?
I'm short, so I'm 5'7".
5'7". Okay. Wow. Well, congratulations. How'd you lose the weight? Just not drinking?
Not drinking. A lot of people say that I was starving myself, but I did a little bit of intermittent fasting. When I did OTR trucking, I'd go Monday through Friday without eating, and then I'd just eat on the weekends.
What?
Yeah, that's not intermittent fasting. That's just fasting. That's just regular fasting.
That's fasting.
Yeah.
Nothing but water during the week.
No, I will have to say, we as humans, we don't need as much food as we think we do.
Yeah.
No.
I figured that out trying to lose weight. You just don't need it. Food is way more psychological than anything, I think.
It is. And if I would eat, it would be just mostly a carnivore-based diet. So beef, eggs, butter.
Yeah.
You're just
especially when you got cows around, you got basically when you got cows around, there's no shortage of beef. So
it's true.
How does your wife? Is your wife happy now you're not drinking? Does she have what's her biggest complaint now that you're not drinking?
With the weight loss, I'm too bony. I'm not as good to snuggle with anymore.
When you married her, were you a big boy then as well?
I looking at pictures now, you can tell I was pretty husky, but I kind of filled it out because when I was in I'll consider this my prime. I used to squat 540, and then I used to leg press 600.
Jesus. So you just got to start lifting again too, then.
I'm old. I'm fragile.
Yeah, I suppose
I'm old and fragile. I suppose 29 years old.
He does have a hip replacement though.
He just said I guess I'm in my prime.
No, he's saying that was his prime. He's past his prime already.
Oh, you're past your prime.
My prime. Well, didn't they change the what the heck is it? You're not your halfway, but
middle age?
Yeah, didn't they move it? Isn't it like 25 now? Or is it
would be going.
I don't know.
Be going the other way. Yeah. We're living longer now.
Oh, we are.
He just said that like you extended his prison sentence.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, I forgot. That sucks.
What do you do for fun?
Other than work, I did go ice fishing for the first time since I got married.
Oh, wow. Congratulations. You get anything?
A couple perch. Picked up a FL-18 off Marketplace for $100. I'm pretty sure it's stolen, but hey, it works out well.
Hey, you got it. Good for you. You going to do any more of that this winter yet?
I'm hoping so. If I get better, I'll go out next Friday. That's my birthday. So
you're gonna be 30.
I got a cut.
You're 30. If you're about to turn 30, dude, you better make sure you get your will updated. You're getting fucking old.
I don't hopefully go out. I got a couple of buddies who got those nice ice castles. I went out last weekend and never realized that ice can be thick and tough. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
You do
a little over 3.5 foot of ice where we were at.
Wow.
So. Jeez.
That's a lot of ice.
We need a long auger.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, it was a lot of downward pressure on the auger.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't have any of that anymore.
No, I do not.
And you got to go in an ice house. If you're just sitting on a bucket out there, you're now going to fly away in the wind.
I know. I even got one of them Milwaukee heated jackets now, and I bring 3-4 extra batteries with me.
Yeah, when you lose a bunch of weight, you get cold way faster.
Yeah. No one told me that.
I know.
Did you used to be a shorts in the winter guy?
Yep, shorts and a t-shirt. And I'm wearing bibs and parkas and you name it, everything.
Are you doing any rehab for your hip?
No, that was only 2-3 months
Oh, nice.
of physical therapy. So
I was wondering because old guys they hate rehab.
Yeah.
Like my dad gets
actually,
gets his knees done and then he doesn't do any rehab and then wonders why his knees still hurt.
That's such a damn.
no, I started doing that right away because they said, well, if you don't do it, you're not going to be able to walk. And then it's like, well, now what the hell are you going to do?
True. Well, man, we appreciate calling in. You know, when we started, to answer your first question, me and Charlie would have definitely been like, yeah, this guy's an asshole. But once you get to know you, you're not so bad. So there you go.
Exactly.
You're just an acquired taste.
Yeah, you're like broccoli.
Yeah. You're like, this is actually good for
no
me.
one likes broccoli.
Says the guy on the carnivore diet. All right, man. Well, thanks for calling in. Hopefully you feel better. Good luck with the hip. Good luck with the sobriety. And congrats on the weight loss.
Appreciate it. Hopefully we'll hear from you guys soon. I'll check in when I'm not as stuffed up.
All right. Yeah, good luck with that chainsaw, too. Get a V8 on that sucker.
Well, once I wreck my Cummins, I'll make it a diesel powered.
All right. Have a good one, man.
Yep. Thank you.
We'll see ya. The guy's an inspiration.
If you would have asked me if this guy was fat or skinny, I would have definitely said he was really fat.
Yeah, he's got that
but
going.
He's not. He's like, he lost a bunch of weight, but he's still, sounds like
he's got the attitude. He sounds like he's in pain.
It may have just been that his sinuses were plugged up, but
yeah,
good guy.
28 waist. Wow.
I couldn't get there. I don't think.
I think.
What are you, 32?
Yeah.
I'm like at 34, 36 in there still.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I lift, I squat and you get the.
Yeah, I see those quads are looking nice. Yeah. Arms too. Good. Yeah.
Should we take another caller?
Let's do it.
All right, Charlie, we got a voicemail from John. John from South Dakota.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that this is like the right number for the Bellied Up podcast. Got some kind of international dating questions for the guys. Basically, girlfriend at the airport asked me, how do you say goodbye to somebody you love? And I leaned in and I said, watch for deer. Tell your folks I says hi. And then she slapped the crap out of me. So I'm just kind of wondering where that really leaves me. So I'm hoping, might be able to get a funny story out of it, get some advice from Miles and Charlie. So
that's hilarious. So he's just sitting at an airport and someone comes up to him and says, how do I say it?
No. He brought his girlfriend to the airport and she was clearly emotional, Charlie, because she's leaving him.
Oh, now I get it. I thought this was some rando.
No.
I thought he was kidding when he said I met my girlfriend at the airport.
No, so and then she was like, how do you say goodbye to someone you love?
Watch for deer.
Tell your folks.
Tell your folks.
I thought that would work.
It should work.
Maybe he's got the wrong gal.
Yeah, and that's really what you're finding it out now. It's better to find out now than later down the road. I mean, that should have just warmed her heart like butter on cheese, but apparently not.
Yeah, she should have been like, take me to the recombobulation area and discombobulate my insides.
Oh, shout out Milwaukee Airport, ladies and gentlemen. Miles, you really took that there, didn't you? Golly.
That is a sentence I thought I would never, ever say.
I don't think anyone's ever said that, Miles, but here it is being said. We'll clip that and send it to Ann. She must be so proud. Yeah. Where do we go from here? Good luck, buddy. I want to know where his gal's from, though. Oh, well.
Charlie, we're going to have to get you used to taking voicemails because we can't get that information because it's just a voicemail. So
I know.
We got to fill in the gaps ourselves.
Fill in the gaps, yeah.
You know, what would you say if you couldn't say, tell your folks I says hi, watch out for deer? What would you, if I'm, how do you tell someone, what was it again? How do you say goodbye to someone that you really love?
I really love you.
Well, I was thinking maybe give me a little something more than that.
I mean, your beard looks nice, but it looks a little scratchy. So right now, I'm just going to tell you I really love you, Miles.
I love you too.
Yeah. I don't know. How would you say it?
Oh,
like,
God.
let's say your gal's from Latvia or something. What? Latvia, why not?
Well, I was just going to go the route that you need to get emotional.
Uh-huh.
And then just say like, I can't say, put into words how much I love you.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, you got to think about something like,
right. It's like at the end of sports games when they're like, tell us how you feel about winning that game. And it's like, I'm just speechless. And you're like, okay, well that sucks because it's a TV. Just take that approach. So it'd be like, how do you say goodbye to someone you love?
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's a really good question. Man, I don't know. I can't express how much I love you.
Well, that sucks because I just asked you to do that. It's true. You gotta take a beat and you gotta think about something that really makes you feel that love. You gotta think about like the time, the Packers got into the Super Bowl, like for the first time in decades, like the 1990, 96, 97 season,
Wasn't that their first Super Bowl ever?
No, Miles, they won the first two freaking Super Bowls.
Sorry.
Are you kidding me?
That was really, really dumb. I just get those confused with the championships,
Titles, Miles, title town. Do we have to have this conversation again? I'm trying to get emotional. And then you just transfer that emotion to the person in front of you.
Yeah. Yeah, because most Midwest guys are pretty emotionally unavailable human beings,
but
unless it comes to sports.
Yeah, sports, fishing, first time you got a buck, all those things. Bring those emotions into it.
Channel it.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Well, good.
How does it make you feel, Charlie, that you got this guy slapped across the face?
I didn't tell him to say that. Well, I did tell him to say that, actually. Now he knows. Now he knows that either this relationship's not going to work out or they got some growing to do yet still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, John, thanks for leaving a voicemail. Hopefully you're still together.
Yeah. If not.
And if so, tell your girlfriend we says hi.
Tell her we says watch for deer and give her a wink after that.
All right, guys. Again, we have our lawyer, our friend Russell Nicolay on the line. The people's lawyer, as I call him.
He's the people's lawyer. This is trumpet.
Russell, how are you?
Hey, doing well, guys. Thanks for the introduction and the trumpet. I appreciate it. How are you guys doing?
Sound
good.
More like a dog.
I wish Charlie would do that for me more. You sound like a dog.
I know.
This is that cartoon. Yeah, you sound like Blue's Clues. So before we talk to Russell about this, Charlie, you got summoned for jury duty recently.
Here's the mail that never fails. Yes, I did get summoned for jury duty, ladies and gentlemen. So I got I got summoned, and then I says I can't do it, and I got to move it. Because I I forgot what was happening, but I was able to move it. I was able to request to have it moved.
Nice.
And they accepted the request.
Okay.
So then they moved it. And then it was, I think you guys were in town that week, right?
Yeah, I remember we were trying to schedule around your jury duty. It was a nightmare.
Yeah, well, I shouldn't have rescheduled the first jury duty because that was the problem. But I didn't know you guys were coming at that point. So anyways, it was, I didn't even have to go. So they said you call in the number. And I called in at 6 o'clock. They're very precise. You have to call in at 5 o'clock the night before to figure out if you're supposed to show up the next morning. And then you have to call at noon the next day to see if you have to come in the afternoon. So for 3 days, I had to call in twice a day. And I really hope that on the last day, I wasn't requested to come in because I forgot to call on that day. So, Russell, actually, what does happen if you miss jury duty?
Yeah, I mean, they can issue a warrant for you. I mean, I think the judges are pretty good about it. I think the bigger things, if like someone showed up and for part of the jury, you know, like the first day of the trial and then didn't come back. But I mean, there can be some punitive consequences. I do think the judges are pretty, at least in Wisconsin, throughout the Midwest, but Wisconsin for sure. I've seen they're pretty lenient about people because they assume there's like a good reason why, rather than just jumping the gun and thinking that you're just trying to skip out. But I would definitely take it serious. And this is the serious part for me as a lawyer. I think that the duty of a citizen to be on the jury is like one of the most important duties next to voting. So I'm a big fan of people going. And I just had a jury trial maybe 2 months ago. And the judge there basically said that a lot of folks, after they do jury duty, even though, you know, it's inconvenient and whatnot, they often think of it as like a good experience that they learn from. And they like now more understanding the system and being part of the system and have an impact on the community and people's life. So that's the official, like, serious part of it, being on a jury and being a citizen. But it is an important thing. You should take it serious because there could be consequences. But I do think judges are pretty understanding because they know most folks have a lot going on that they're trying to balance when they're trying to work in jury duty.
Everyone can find Mr. Nicolay at nicolaylaw.com or at 1-855-NICOLAY. Thanks, Russell.
Thank you, Russell.
Hi, is this Brad?
That's me.
Brad, this is Miles and Charlie from the Bellied Up podcast. How are you?
Doing great. Thanks for the call. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Where are you at right now?
I'm at the gym in Ohio, just getting some gains in. You know, I'm headed towards not 50, but sort of my 30s still, and I gotta get gains.
Yeah, you gotta try and stay young somehow. You and Charlie are basically the same age.
I'm 37. How old are you, Brad?
Literally just turned 40 in a couple of hours.
Wait. In a couple of hours?
Well, theoretically, in a couple of hours, I may or may not be 40, but I'm not 40 yet.
Is it your friggin' birthday, dude?
It is.
Oh, happy birthday.
Look at the birthday on Brad. All right. Nice, man.
Wars are catching up with me. I did the whole Iraq and Afghanistan stint, and all of my joints are just creaking and cranking. So I'm not really sure if I'm going out tonight or not. But I may end up going out to like a college town, do my thing.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, hey, thanks for your service. Obviously, it's taking a toll on your body, so sorry about that. But you're out there still getting gacked either way. Is that what we call it, gacked?
Jacked. Absolutely.
Jacked.
Gotta get it.
Jacked is cocaine. Sorry about that.
Oh, God.
My bad. Sorry, Brad. That's my bad.
Well, Brad, the intel that I got was that you are a 39-year-old freshman in college. I won't say 40. You are a 39-year-old freshman in college. What's going on with that?
This is a total disaster. So I think I've done like 10 years of my undergrad a bunch of times and went back and forth. And now I'm going back to a big college town in Ohio. Dating is something else. I tell you what, it is strange and it's whiplash. So 1 week you go on a date with like a professor, she's 30 something, whatever, And then the next time you go on a date with someone who's like 18. And then you realize, wow, they were like in middle school when you were doing some sort of job.
Brad,
It's a total disaster.
Brad,
you got some fucking game, dude. You're taking professors and 18-year-olds out on dates.
I mean, I'm just doing my thing, and it's not like I planned it, but I'm around the people, right? I'm trying to do my thing. Then the problem is like the whiplash. So then it's like the bitterness factor, right? How much bitterness do you really want, right? So are you willing to go over like the masters of nursing realm? She's doing 16-hour days, and it's got 3 kids. That whole vibe,
Brad, this
so
is like
confused.
Van Wilder kind of like. So you're at? Are you in Columbus?
No, I'm up north. I won't say the exact town, but up north in a big college town.
Okay.
He doesn't want to get a rep around
Got
town,
it, yeah.
Towards Cleveland, in that direction, that area.
Cleveland. Okay,
Is that
Dave.
Just not
Toledo?
west, towards Toledo.
Dave.
No, not west.
Worcester.
Towards Cleveland, though.
You in Worcester?
No, that's a small town. No. But it's a larger college town. The college town is the town. So.
Okay.
Well, we've eliminated Toledo.
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati's down south.
Down south.
It's not Akron either.
Van Wert.
No, that's south. No.
It doesn't matter, Charlie.
It
doesn't matter.
It
For
doesn't
the
matter.
purposes, it doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter.
It's Kent State. It is.
Kent State.
Just told.
Tin soldiers and Nixon's gunmen. All right, so listen.
How do you know that?
How do
you know that song?
We're finally on our own. This summer gonna hear the drumming for dead in Ohio. Gotta get down to it. Soldiers are coming us down. Because, Brad, I'm as old as you. So listen, so you're dating all around, dude. I mean, is it just, were you like in a relation? Were you married?
No, I've never been. I was almost married, but I was in Iraq. I was a dummy, and I broke up with the person. I went back to war or whatnot. But when I came back, I had a bunch of surgeries, a bunch of different stuff. So I'm just getting back on the horse, and it's just wild swings, right? It's freshmen, and then like not older women, but in their 30s or so, 40s. And I'm realizing, what am I supposed to do here? What is the advice that you guys have to be in dating?
Well, my advice is stop dating freshmen. First of all.
like you can fucking talk.
What are you talking about? I'm not dating a freshman, bro. What? Randa is 25 years old.
And you are 37 years old.
I'm 37. I mean, it's.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying to be throwing stones at him for dating a freshman seems like a little bit of a glass house situation.
My house ain't glass. I mean, it's very thin cardboard, but it's not glass. Tell you that right now.
So what advice would you give him for dating younger women like that?
Well, I would listen.
You got to like tone back the references of that song and stuff like that, right? Because they don't know it.
Yeah. Referencing stuff. I mean, it's a whole new world there. But I would say, you got to be realistic. 18, no go. 19, no go. 20, no go. 21, no go. 22, no go. I would stick to 12 years. 12 years. What's the rule?
It's you divide your age by 2 and add 7.
Divide your age by 2 and add 7.
So he's 40 divided by 2.
Plus 7.
Plus
27-year-olds.
27-year-olds.
Aim for 27.
That sounds awful.
Why?
Oh, it sounds so terrible.
Well, are you commitment phobic right now? Because that's...
No. Okay, so change your mindset, okay, right?
Okay.
So you meet some lovely gal, right? You're at a Denny's, right? Don't think it's open, right? And you're there early in the morning. But she just got off her shift working in the NICU, right? And there's like a smudge of blood somewhere around. She didn't catch it, right? And the stories that you're going to get talking to is about the 3 baby daddies, the 4 kids that are at home, and then she's got to pull 3 more doubles, and then you have to put up with all the drama and all the stuff.
So you're
Brad,
saying
127.
That sounds like
27.
127-year-old you dated. They're not all the same.
And nurses are just, they're like hairstylists. They're just...
Same church, different pew. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Well, you know that you don't have to date nurses or hairstylists or professors.
Well, that's the only thing that's here. I mean, now I do have the hots for one of the athletic trainers here at the gym. She's like 6'5", and I'm in a tall gal, and she's like 6'5" and like a power lifter. It's totally my vibe. But there's never the right time. I was training people. I don't want to be the creepy guy who's like making out, trying to hook up with the trainer while she's like mid-trained.
You're hooking up with her mid-train?
Yeah,
like,
Brett,
how much game do you think you fucking have?
It starts with a
Hey, let's go over here and do this hip machine, won't you think, baby? That's not what we would think you would do at all.
That was a slip. That was a Freudian slip.
Is your mom 6'5"? How's that a Freudian slip? Listen, Brad. Oh man. Okay, so listen, what are you looking for? Are you looking to settle down, or just what do you want?
Settle down. I'm trying to have a bunch of kids. Trying to do the whole thing. Do the Ohio thing, right? Get a compound, have a bunch of kids. May or may not have a boating accident with the tools that may fall in. Have the whole thing. And maybe like do bow hunting or something, and like go after deer. I guess
that's not bad life right there. So you're trying to sell down. You're not going to sell down with an 18-year-old, Brad. I mean, for what are you even thinking? All right.
I need it with the laundromat. So I go to a laundromat that has a bar at the laundromat. And whenever I, do my laundry, there's like a lovely gal that I meet that just happens to be there. And we strike up a conversation. It goes really good. And we go on some dates. And then I realize, oh, wow, I may or may not have dated her mom. And then I realize that her mom is like 39, 40-something years old. And I may have took her mom out on a date. So there's that too.
That happened? And, good Lord.
I don't.
She was 18 and a half when she had her like 17. So like my mom was 17 when she had me. So she's pretty young too.
Who is 17, Brad?
My mom.
Okay.
My mom was 17 when she had me.
Okay.
Got it.
God.
So there's a lot to unpack. There's a lot going on, Brad. Why?
War veteran, freshman.
Yeah.
Swings and dating,
Okay, Brad. So you want to settle down with someone? Are you on the dating apps, or you just meet people at the laundromat?
It's so I'm not an apps kind of guy. I'm
Good.
on, but it's rough.
Okay.
The ladies I meet on there are just not quality.
So he's just out there in the wild. And okay. My first advice is try dating one other 27-year-old and see.
Not a hairstyle.
Yeah. Also, I feel like you should know pretty early on if she's 18 years old. Do you know what I mean? Like the difference between an 18-year-old and a 27-year-old, you shouldn't like get 4 dates in and be like, wow, yeah, she's really young. Feel like that you just don't have to go on a date with her if you find out she's 18 years old.
He was for sure avoiding asking that question.
I know.
Point. Although you really should. Brad, you got to ask that question, dude. You got to ask that question.
During college, I don't have to ask the question. No, during college, I don't have to ask.
There are some really smart people in college, which means they skipped a few grades. So I would be looking for IDs, Brad.
Is this what Charlie did? Is Charlie an advanced
no, I dated one gal who happened to be younger.
He doesn't check IDs. He just does background checks. It's fine. It's way different.
Oh my God.
Investigator Charlie.
I dated one gal who happened to be younger, and it stuck. All right, so
okay,
yeah.
So you said Rhonda's in her 20s or so, right?
Rhonda's 25.
25.
Okay, that's approved.
That's approved. Yeah, it's in the mix.
See if it is.
Oh shit. Is it?
Are you guys planning to get married then, Charlie?
25 and a half. Boom. Got it.
No.
She's 25 and a half right now. Don't ask when my birthday is. Anyway, Brad,
are you planning to get married, Charlie?
Well,
you gonna pop the question thing?
You know what? Here's the deal, Brad. That's usually my line of questioning for people, and I don't appreciate it when it's reversed on me. Okay, so this is my show, so I'm gonna be asking.
We're not gonna talk about your old divorce. We're talking about like creating something new and flourishing and that.
Brad, I don't even think you called in for advice. I think you just like to see the world burn.
Yeah.
He's our Joker to our Batman. He just wants to see the world burn. He's going to keep dating girls with red flags left and right, and he's going to come on podcasts and bitch about it, but secretly, that's what he gets off to.
He loves it. Yeah. He's calling in the brag.
The opposite, though. So I spent some time in the Balkans, and it was a blast. So I did Serbia and Macedonia, and it was a ton of fun for dating because they have these like huge nightclubs and different stuff that's all in one, kind of area in one city. And the colleges in the city and everybody else is just there all together. So everybody works all over Europe. When you get to all the bars and stuff and you meet people, they're on their break times. You just get to have a bunch of fun and meet a bunch of people and just go party throughout the whole city. I spent about 6 to 7 months out there and I loved it. I cannot wait to go back to the Balkans. It was honestly the best place I've ever had for dating because you meet just tremendous people that are working at cool places in like UK and different stuff. And it was a lot more stable, to be honest.
It's like moving back to Kent State is like a postcard from Paris when you see the real thing, Charlie. That's, I think, the root of this problem is you got just too high of standards. You got to lower those suckers.
Yeah, you're in Ohio now,
You're going to Kent State, dude. You got to lower those standards. Secondly, is this when you were in the military overseas? You were there?
Oh, no, I just went there last year.
Oh,
no,
okay.
It was
I was going to say.
It was the first time I ever went and were nice. It was great.
Deployment doesn't sound so bad if you're just going to clubs all the time.
What do you do?
I'm going to college. I was doing online college stuff for my master's.
Nice.
And I had some master's seminary credits or whatever. And I was doing that to learn about the old religion sort of stuff and the history of it. And so Serbia is the best place to do it because you get just old school history and whatnot. Plus, all the ladies are 6'2", which is a lot of fun.
You're into tall chicks. We get that.
Bunch of Jokic's over there.
Yeah. Brett,
I don't know sports ball at all, but they do.
Brett, what do you mean you were getting your master's? I thought you were a freshman.
Well, I haven't completed my undergrad, but I've done some seminary credits to learn about religious history, and it is a blast.
So what is your major?
I'm doing both medicine and like religious stuff. So eventually I'll be like a fake doctor. I'll have my like Doctor of Health Sciences, a DHSC.
So you'll be a chiropractor or something?
Dentist?
No, it's just it's a terminal doctorate for healthcare. So, but the goal is to do like chaplaincy sort of stuff, and then like religious sort of things, along with the medicine sort of stuff.
So you're basically a pastor as well?
I maybe in the future.
It's not going to go well at whatever denomination and church you go to if you're trying to sleep with all the 18-year-olds going to church.
No. I'm not a sleeping around kind of guy. I'm a dating relationship kind of guy.
Oh, so you're not.
He's celibate.
You're celibate?
Well, somewhat.
How many days?
What do you mean somewhat? You just doing hand stuff or what?
I'm a good guy, I'm good,
So you're just doing hand stuff.
When I become Orthodox,
like over the pants type of behavior. You're doing over the
like a sweet beard. I'll be able to have like 10 kids.
So you're doing over the pants stuff.
Orthodoxy, not over the pants. Orthodox, like Russian Orthodox.
So is that
that's not a hand move. That's a denomination.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Urban Dictionary that.
Russian Orthodox.
Okay, wow. So he's not even doing any boinking.
I'm not sleeping around. No, I'm not a one night stand kind of guy. I'm going on dates.
How many dates?
How
many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop, Brad?
About 3 dates. I'm a 3 dates kind of guy so far, but they don't really want serious relationships in these Zoomer girls, so it's a little bit confusing.
So what? I'm so lost.
Yeah, you don't think an 18-year-old wants a serious relationship, Brad?
None of them do. No, it's the Zoomers are just rough, to be honest. And then millennial chicks are just bitter. So I think I gotta find me a Gen X girl. Find me a Gen X lady.
Yeah,
like
closer to your age. Yeah.
do the 12 plus whatever the opposite way.
Mm-hmm.
Find me a grandma
Yeah, nice.
who's got freshmen at my school.
A nice gilf. Well, I guess there's no F at the end. It's like a guilt.
So that's how
Just a grandma I'd like to touch, not necessarily. Not
over the pants Russian Orthodox. So now with the older ladies, what am I supposed to, if I go the opposite direction? So if I go like 40s, 50s, like what do I do there?
I got no experience on that one.
And you've been together with your wife for what, like 10 years or something like that? You were like in your like early 20s when you got together?
No, we've been together now 7 years. So I was 26, 27-ish.
It's a good age.
No, maybe I was earlier. Maybe I was 25. I'm almost 32. So
God, you're getting old.
25. Yeah.
You're still that young?
Oh yeah. 32 years old, baby.
You're a young guy.
Now I might still have a shot at 18-year-olds, Charlie. If you do the math.
Well, do the math.
Let's see.
Do the math. Let's see.
When you asked me like how to do the division, by the way, my brain was just like, I have no idea how to do the division.
23. Yeah, I mean, I think you got that working against you. The fact that you're only doing hand stuff. I think that doesn't help with the 18-year-olds, you know. So
it also throws them off when I literally am old enough to be some of their dads, which kind of
but there's a lot of people that are into that. I think I don't know. Well, Charlie, you got any last words for him on what he should be doing?
I'd go back to the Balkans.
Go back to the Balkans?
Yeah.
The Serbian honeys?
Seems like you were happiest there. I don't know that you're going to find what you're looking for at the Denny's and laundromats of Ohio. But you can keep trying.
There's a bar inside of it, and you can meet some nice ladies there.
Are all the washing washing machines, are they all working?
Oh, it's great. Yeah, it's always functioning and whatnot. And I usually go around to go to like the fancy coffee folks since I'm into specialty coffee. It's my one vice.
Do you have a job?
No, I'm just a professional student.
How much student loan? I suppose you were in the
GI Bill,
military.
baby.
Yeah, damn.
Dude, he's doing it right.
He's maybe doing it right. Yeah.
He's rolling in dough. Oh yeah, all that veteran money. Yeah. No, I'm actually not a real veteran. So that's a whole story that's there. I did the whole like federal employee thing.
What the fuck,
so
Brad?
I am not
I just said
veteran.
thank you for your service. Okay.
But I did fight in the war.
Absolute stolen valor.
You fought. What do you mean you're not a veteran, but you fought in the war?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've been in combat. I'm not a veteran. So this is why I don't really know how to like respond to that sometimes.
Are you
like,
still
people, like, oh yeah, I did Iraq and Afghanistan, the whole thing, but I'm not actually like a real veteran.
Why?
Because you have to be in the military to be a veteran.
Okay, so
unless you talk about like veteran podcasters or like veteran CIA agent Charlie, who's an investigator. Like, unless you're into that, right? It's not like a real veteran.
Okay.
So you're getting school paid for though?
No, not at all. I have regular student loans like everybody else. Just racking it up.
No, I want to back up. Are you a mercenary? Are you a hired gun?
I was a mercenary.
See.
I actually worked for the UK government once. So I literally was a mercenary.
There it is. We're talking a freaking James Bondish over here. So did you work with Black
I think
Hawk?
he's lying.
Or what?
He's fucking lying.
Blackwater, you mean?
Blackwater. I didn't. Yeah.
They were long gone when I got there. So, but I got to do the whole, the cool guy fun stuff where you sit in an office for 12 hours and monitor logistics.
So you went out there, you were in combat.
Yeah. Been shot back. Once.
He got shot at, he shot back once.
Did you get hit at all?
No, but I got hit by some mortars. That was fun. Got some, some keepsakes in my spine.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I get what it's yeah. I don't know what to call you either. If you're not a veteran, I don't know what you are.
It's strange, and I honestly never know how to respond to it.
It's wild.
But it's a fun story for some ladies when they want to hear like really boring war stories that literally nothing happened.
All right, just so we can end this call, so I have a little bit of clarity. Let's start back at the beginning. You graduate high school. Give us the short, abridged version of how we got to where we are now and what you actually did for a job overseas.
Ooh, that is a good question. One that I have to put some smoke and mirrors around. So I got out of high school. I grew up in Hawaii, which was a lot of fun. We didn't actually go to high school at all. We just went to the beach every day. I immediately go to Ohio in the middle of the fields in nowhere. We're closer to Canada than we are anywhere else. So then I realized, well, this is crap. And then all my friends were moving to Kent, so I go to Kent. And fast forward, it was like 2008, it was a total crash of the economy, right? So I was working bars, Chipotle, the whole thing. And they're like, oh, hey, you want to serve your country, be a dirtbag, and go to Iraq? Oh, yeah, sure, I'll do that for no money. And we go to Iraq, and immediately we're getting bombed.
Who asked you that?
And,
Time out. Who asked you? Who said, do you want to go to Iraq and do this?
Oh, recruiters. Oh, yeah, the Army recruiters. Bro.
Okay, so you're in the Army now.
Nope. Everything stopped. It was stop loss. So we couldn't join. So there's a bunch of companies that hire people. So we all get hired by these companies and go deploy. There's a bunch of contractors. Actually, 11 contractors per one soldier. There's more contractors than our soldiers at the time.
So
we all get deployed and do that.
So you just work in construction over there?
Shooting people and moving, materials and stuff like that. You have to have water. You have to have equipment and stuff like that. You will play one place to the next, right? And so International Engines was one company I got to work for. You see all their semi-trucks, all the International Engine people, got to work for them. And fast forward into Pentagon stuff and some policy. Got to write some things the president signed. Kind of cool. And then surgeries for 4 years and physical therapy. And then now going back to school.
So you were doing some classified shit over there? That's why you can't talk about it, or what?
Well, if I did, I'd have to go. And all the listeners. That's a lot of people.
So do they hire the contractors so they can like avoid saying like we're sending troops over there?
Oh yeah, there was like 5 million people or something like that, and with the UK people too, and everybody else in Europe, it's like 7 million people. We only had like on paper 1 million soldiers, right? SBS. There was millions of people.
Holy shit!
Wow, we're uncovering government secrets here on this episode. This is turning into something. Then you also have civil service guys, which aren't included in those numbers, right? So you have like a civil service guy who's a State Department person or a military police guy who's a cop technically, and he's not a soldier, but you send him there into a war, and he's technically a soldier, but he's not counted as a soldier, right? So then a bunch of people like this, or all retirees and stuff like too, who you still have this bulk of people that you need to have fight a war for you that have skills, but they can't join the military because they're 58 years old, forever. So you just put them as a contractor and you're good to go. Got it. Wow. Didn't know that.
That's wild. So then
I'm just glad I'm not doing it anymore.
Well, how do veterans or people who served in the war, how do they like view you guys?
I mean, everybody's done it at this point. At the first part, there was like a lot of drama with it, but I mean, now nobody really cares. There's also no memorials to all those people who died either. So there's that.
That's wild, man.
That's crazy.
That's wild. That's just a way for the politicians to say, we don't have boots on the ground over there. Do you get paid good?
They're weird. You think you do at the time. So you're making 60, 80K, in 2008, 2010, right? That's good money, supposedly. But then you realize, well, there's no health care. There's no nothing.
Yeah.
So you have to figure out how to pay your own stuff.
Yeah.
And quickly catches up with you when you have to get like 4 surgeries.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Well,
so I gotta find a gal who's willing to put up with the fact she have to take me to, a medical appointment, some deep tissue massage.
That's why you went with the nurse right away. That makes
over
sense.
The pants, Russian Orthodox.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate you calling in. And
happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Thanks for calling in.
I really do appreciate it. I didn't honestly realize it was my birthday the same day we had the call, so I'm really glad this worked out. And,
yeah.
I'm excited to see you guys in concert sometime and actually see Miles in concert too.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. We'll have to announce those dates, and we'd love to see you, man.
That'd be incredible. Thank you guys so much.
Take care, man. Thank you. Wow, dude, we learned so much on this podcast.
That was a whirlwind, you know?
That's why you keep asking questions. First rule in journalism, just keep asking questions and be silent. That guy, when you're silent, he talks.
Yeah.
Boy, does he say some stuff.
Well, yeah, you gotta. I'm glad that we had him lay out everything that happened there at the end. Yeah. Well, all right, Charlie, we got another voicemail here from Devin. So let's hear what Devin has to say.
Devin.
Hey, this is Devin Sanska, 22 years old out of South Dakota. Say, I was just wondering, my girlfriend, when we go out to the bar together, I can be walking up to the bar just fine, turn around, boom, she's gone. So I was just wondering, what is your guys' suggestions on a drunk runner? Give me a call back when you can. Thank you much.
A drunk runner.
You know a guy like that. You show up to a bar and it's like, where is Tyler?
He's gone.
He's gone.
Just gone. Like, is it? I kind of want to. I feel like we should call him honestly, because the question is, did she leave the bar or did she just go find another group? Maybe this relationship ain't gonna last a while.
I don't take it as that she's trying to get away from him. I think it's just when she gets in a scenario, she starts drinking some booze. She's a nomad.
Yeah. Some people just, I guess, they wander. They're wanderers. Mm-hmm. I remember this one time I was with my buddies in this bar in Fort Lauderdale or some other kind of place in Florida. And one buddy, I was talking to one buddy. Meanwhile, this other guy that was there, he got punched. And then the runner in our friend group, the guy who just kind of always disappears, I just see him racing out the bar after this guy. I'm like, what is he doing? He crosses the street. He jumps at this guy and just lands straight on his chest. And he just completely missed him. It was wild.
The guy just ducked and he flew over like a quarterback in a sports movie.
No, the guy was running away from him, but at one point he was like sliding home to try and tackle him, and it just didn't work out. So, yeah, I would say you get a leash. That might be frowned upon, actually, depending on the state.
Your suggestion is that this guy should put a leash on his girlfriend at the bar.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, when you see your kids at Disneyland, you see people with their kids at Disneyland.
The leash kid, yeah.
The leash kids, yeah. I mean, if it's for her own safety, now a lot of people will frown upon that, and there's going to be a lot of issues with it. So
my brother-in-law was a leash kid.
Really?
Yeah, and what's great about it is he says it was the best.
Why?
Because he said he could just run around, and if he knew he was doing something he shouldn't, he just gets yanked back.
Wow. That's I haven't are leash kids still a thing? Or have people like frowned upon that?
There was
now?
Definitely a period of time where leashes for kids were very popular.
It was a deal. Sometimes you see a kid out in the wild though, and you're like, hey, get that thing on a leash, Yeah,
maybe there should be more leash kids.
Yeah. I never had a leash growing up.
I mean, if your parents would have looked like they had a dog walking business. If all their kids were on leashes.
My dad would do this whistle. And when you heard that whistle, that was like the soft launch of get over here.
Yeah. Kind of like blowing a horn and assembling the news team.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not a drunk runner, I don't think, Charlie. Are you?
No.
Because there's a fine line between being a drunk runner and an Irish goodbyer. Yeah,
I'd Irish goodbye more than anything else. I'd just tap out. I get to some points. I don't drink as much as I used to, Miles, and sometimes it gets to be too much for me. I pull the parachute. You've seen it. You've seen my little pumpkin come late at night. What I mean by that,
what?
Is Cinderella, or her carriage turns into a pumpkin. But now thinking back on how I just said that sounded sexual in nature, and that's not what I was going for here, folks.
I don't know if that was a new hip term they were using.
No.
Pumpkin cum?
No. You see my little pumpkin cup. Yeah, well, let's edit that out.
No, we're keeping that.
All right,
Yeah.
board is board.
Yeah. All right.
Miles, it's been another great episode here with you on the Bellied Up. Folks, make sure you tip your bartenders, all right? You tell them you love them.
I love you guys.